Okay, hey everybody, welcome back to my trailer build. So I've been working on my electrical here in my shop, and I'm trying to decide because I can still return them if I want to use these lights here, which are basically rock lights. They're designed for rock light, for a rock lighting system under a Jeep or a car or something, or even a trailer. The nice thing about them is they do have this blue wire right here, and if you hook that up to the brake light on your trailer, um, no matter what color these are set at, that will make them bright red for brakes, which is kind of nice. So you can set them as like an orange running light or or a red running light underneath the vehicle, and then every single one of them goes dark red the when you hit the brake lights. So let's start at the battery, and we'll hit that in a second. So I found these batteries online. This is a 3968, a 3,968 watt hour battery. So it's basically 220 amp hours. It's one of the minis. It does weigh a little bit more than I was expecting because I have a lithium battery in my Jeep as well, which is really cool because it has a reserve with a push button for a jump start, which is kind of neat. I will be putting one of these. These are it's just a circuit holder for the fuse right there. So that'll go there. So this is then going in straight into my 220 watt Olean old temp AC inverter, which or DC to AC, 110 volts. The only drawback to this is it doesn't have like any real. It only has the four um, outputs, and they're all like, regular extension cord outlets or whatever you want to plug into them. So I don't have anything plugged into them except for this orange extension cord. I bought a bunch of these little 10-foot extension cords for $5 a piece at Harbor Freight. And so this runs over and then comes up here, and it goes inside this box here. So I can take this cover off and show you what I got going on here. This is an automatic transfer switch. So right now I'm using shore power. It's plugged into my wall right here, and that's the L1. Okay. And if I unplug, actually, yeah, it's using shore power. So if I unplug the shore power coming in, so I'm going to reach back here and pull that. You watch what happens. Everything's going to go dark for a second. Everything's going to turn off, and it takes it just a couple seconds, and there it goes. And you can hear that 12 volt inverter coming back on. So now it's running off this 124 volts coming out of the 220 volt sine, or 220 volt DC to AC converter. Okay, so that's what this orange cable does, and it runs up there and goes into this automatic transfer switch, which this was not very expensive, and it came with this box. Okay, so from there, and I got to put a grounding wire in here as well. But from there, it comes out the bottom to this red and black wire there, and then it goes up and comes into this breaker. Okay, so I have a breaker where I can turn everything off. Now, if I'm going to park the camper for a while, it won't charge the batteries. It won't do. Well, actually, it will still charge the batteries, but I can turn everything off and be good to go. Okay, that's this set of breakers. This set is for something in the future. Anything else that I might need to run power to. So let's say I decide to do, and I think I have an electric hot water heater, instant hot water heater, just an electric one. I was thinking about doing a propane, but they take up a lot of room, and the electric takes up about half the room and works just as well. And this setup is plenty. I have a second battery on the way, so I'll have almost 8,000 watt hours of battery juice, 440 amp hours coming in. So I should have plenty of power, plus 2 solar panels right now, 200-watt solar panels will be on the roof. And those come through this box up here, and I know it's hard to see. But this has my solar panel hookups right here. Okay, and I've got some extension cords that I will run up to the roof from there. This is my solar disconnect. So if I don't need to charge the batteries, if I'm going to park it for a long time, I can turn everything off. All right, so the solar comes out of there and goes straight into the solar charger. Okay, and this is kind of in the way, sorry. And this is my solar charger. It came with my solar panels, and I won't tell you where I got them, but anyways, it shows right now it's getting input from the battery, because it comes out. So this is in, and this is out. Out is going down the side here, and then right back into the inverter, which is also charging the batteries if I had solar cables plugged in right now. Does that make sense? It took me a long time to figure this out. Out of the bottom, and there is a free program online. It's Circuit CIR or KIRCIT, I think, is the software. You can go to it and you can design, whatever you want as far as this kind of stuff goes. So I had to look at that, and I started. They even had a van template, and that's what I started with. I know I'm not building a van, but that's what I started with. So out of there, I go into another orange extension cord wire, which is really short, and it just goes to right there. Okay, that breaks off to a small power strip, and it has more. It's got 2 on the side and 2 on that side, 2 on the top, and then it's got 3 USB ports. Okay, so out of there I have this wire, and just to prove that everything's working, this is what I'm going with for my outside lights. My son, who's an electrician, he yelled at me the other day because I just had stuff wired, so I finally just put it in a box. And so that's going to be my outside lights. These are just some small LED. They do come with a daytime sensor, nighttime sensor, but I think I'm just going to turn them on and off. I haven't decided yet. I can leave the sensors in and do it that way. Okay. Now, over here, we come into this 12-volt inverter. All right, which is kind of loud. I don't know if you can hear it or not, but there's a fan in there, and I guess it runs all the time. I was not expecting that. So this whole thing's going to be under the bed in the front corner, so of the camper. So it'll be okay. And so this has power coming in from here, and then power going out, and that power going out comes over here, right here, and it goes into this 12-volt marine circuit panel. Okay, and yes, I know I have my fuse upside down. So then it's got a grounding strap at the top. There's here, I can take the cover off so you can see. It's got a grounding strap at the top right there, so you can run all your grounds, and then these are all fused power. Okay, makes sense. It's pretty simple. You can have all those circuits, and the first thing that I have, a couple things I have plugged in actually. Well, really, I only have one thing plugged in, and that is this box right here. And this box has a power switch, and I meant to mount that up here. I don't know why it's not on. It's not on for some reason. Oh, you know what? I got to turn it on. Huh. All right. So here we go. So this right here is basically, it's designed for a Jeep or really multi-use, but it has all these outlets. Okay. These are all 12-volt outlets. All right. And it's designed to run things like LED lights on the front of the Jeep or on the back of the Jeep or something like that, or whatever you want to run. You can run a refrigerator, whatever you want. So I'm going to run all my 12-volt stuff using these. I will have like a 12-volt fan in the ceiling. Trying to decide on an air conditioner if I'm going to go with a 110 air conditioner or one of the newer 12-volt ones. They get kind of pricey. So I might just stick a regular AC unit in the front of the van, cover it up, and make it look really nice, and have the output basically above my bed. So so that comes around here, and the one I have hooked up, I have actually a couple of them hooked up. These are my interior lights. So this is what I'm trying to decide. These are 2 3/4 inch 12-volt pucks. All right, I'm going to turn this light off so you can see the difference. All right, and then down here, I've got a button here that says interior. So this is the control module. Comes with lots of cable, so I can run this control module up to the side of the van, inside somewhere, inside the camper. And it'll be right next to my inverter controller. So this is my inverter controller. Okay, so it will be, these two items will be right next to each other, and anything else that I might have. But the nice thing is this puts all the switches for all the stuff I'm going to run right there. So this will be the fan for the ceiling fan, or the roof vent fan. And then this is my interior lights. So if I press this, my interior lights came on. Okay. So as you can see, they're bright. They aren't too bad, but that's full power. Okay. So I'm trying to decide if I want to use those or if I want to use these rock lights on the inside. Okay. And they're brighter, and they're all strung up, all pre-wired, everything. So you just run them. There is also an app for them for my phone. And those come on here. And as you can see, they are a heck of a lot brighter, and that's not even the high brightness. So, and I can change, they come with a remote, but I can also change, I don't know if you saw that or not, I wasn't paying attention. They do come with a little remote, and I can actually change colors and set them to dance to music, whatever I want to do, which is kind of cool, inside the van. So I have 12 of those. I have 18 of these puck lights, right? So like I said, I'm trying to decide. These are a much cooler light. So I'm trying to decide which one I'm going to use. Because I can still return these. These I cannot. I was going to use them on a different trailer. So, so that's what I have so far. This will be my port on the outside for shore power on the outside of the van. So this will go on the outside of the van. This orange wire right here, which is right now going down to a plug in the wall. We'll plug into that. There'll also be just a general, if it's raining for 3-4 days or winter time and I don't have any power, there'll be a I'm not seeing any solar charging or anything like that. There'll be a battery charger. I think the one I have will fit right there at the top, and that will fill me up. So I will have everything I need here. I do have some room for expansion if I want to add some more circuits. But I was really impressed with the software, because I was having a really hard time figuring out. First of all, this is 120 volt automatic transfer switch, so you could actually use this on your house or something. And these are 120 volt, uh, yeah, breakers. So, you know, I don't know if this is the best way to do it. If it's not, let me know. But it's kind of the way I've gone, and I think it's going to work really well in the long run. I'm not quite sure about the noise in this fan, but I didn't think it would run all the time. Like right now, if I turn off all the lights, everything's off. There's nothing pulling power right now. Um, you can see here in the middle at 0.9, I guess because that fan's running, maybe 0.6, 0, whatever. There's not a whole lot of power being consumed. So, um, yeah, I don't know about that. Um, and I know it's going to be underneath, and I can insulate that box and that kind of stuff, and I probably won't ever hear it. Put some type of exhaust fan outside to bring fresh air in or something. So yeah, so this is what I've been working on. Like I said, I got another battery coming in this week sometime, and I should be good to go. So, all right. Hey guys, thanks for watching, and I appreciate all your likes, comments, views. I read all the comments. Y'all need to let me know if I'm doing things correctly or not. Um, you know, and you know what your opinion is. I'd like to hear some comments, so or read some comments. So I appreciate it, and thank you very much. Have a blessed day. Thanks. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you.